All right, guys, day 7. We're going to try to get through this, get through it quick because we got a lot of notes to take here. Watch as many times as you need to. Slow it down, stop it, pause it, whatever you need to do, okay? So, day 7, make sure you have your correct notes. And we're going to look at some of this. This is distribute and combine like terms, and then we're going to get rid of the extra variable. Or we're not going to get rid of the extra variable. We are going to do the 4 steps we talked about before you left. Distribute and combine like terms. That's those 2 steps there. Distribute, combine like terms. We're not going to do this section right here. We haven't talked about it. We haven't done it. Then we're going to remove what's added or subtracted to the variable, and then remove what is multiplied or divided to the variable. In our particular case, it's always going to be divided because we'll get rid of fractions ahead of time. It's okay. We'll go through it. Number 1 is just the distribute and combine like terms. This is review. So we'll take this part right here. At -9, we multiply it by each thing inside, each term inside the parentheses. -9 times 10 is -90. M, -9 times -1 is 9. We're going to go ahead and bring down that 5, and that negative will be a minus. We'll combine like terms. The 5 and the 9 do not have an M, therefore they are like terms, so we'll add those two together. 5 and 9 is 14. We'll bring down that minus 90M, and that's it. We just distributed and combined like terms. We've done that. We've been doing it. That's what we've been doing for this last couple of weeks. This was in the review. This is the last 2 parts here. This is remove the what's added or subtracted to the variable, and then remove what is multiplied or divided to the variable. You've been doing this on your bell ringers when you were in school, and not only on the bell ringers, but you've been doing it on your reviews here for the COVID panic. All right. So here we go. First thing we do is get rid of what's added or subtracted. Well, that 10 is attached to that x. So that's what ours is being multiplied. So that's our last thing. So we're going to look at the -5. So we'll say +5 to both sides. We'll bring down that 10x because we didn't use it. And we'll add 145 plus 5 is 150, our equals sign. And our very last step there then is to go ahead and divide that number in front of the variable. Since it's being multiplied, the opposite is to divide. What you do on one side, you do on the other. The 10 divided by 10 actually becomes 1. 1 times x is x, so there it is. That's why it's x. Don't like to use the word cancel. 150 divided by 10 is 15. And that's our answer. And you have it. So we have distribute and combine like terms. You have to get rid of what's added or subtracted, get rid of what's multiplied or divided. So we're going to combine those 2 terms. We're going to put those 2 terms together. I don't want to use the word combine since we're using it for our second section. Let's look at number 3. Get rid of those for you. Number 3 here looks larger. Don't worry about it. We're just going to follow those steps. You do have that sheet that I showed you with all 5 steps on it. You're able to download that, look it up, see it anytime you want to. That's right here. It's added to each day. I have a link to this or to pull this up. So get it out, have it, keep it. If you can print it, that's great. If you can't, well, hopefully you can keep a phone next to you in your computer. All right, so here we go. Distribute. That's this part right here with the parentheses. It's this part right here. Because you see the 3 is attached without a plus or a minus. So we'll go 3 times 3, which is 9. Whoops. 9. And it has an x. Then we'll go negative, or we'll go 3 times -8, which is 24. And we bring that -5 down. And since 9 is positive, we're going to put plus there. It looks terrible. We'll get it. You'll get it. You understand it. Bring down that -92 also. So we have a whole new step. Now we need to combine like terms. We have those 2 terms. They don't have an x, therefore they're alike. So we add them together. And -5 and -24 is -29. And then just bring down that plus 9x. And bring everything else down. We didn't use that part of it. Well, there's our distribute, there's our combined like terms. Now we recognize that little problem. If I get rid of all that, you should recognize this as those final two steps. Since this is being, that negative 29 is being added, we'll say that this is, I'm going to add 29 to both sides. Since it's minus 29, add 29. We're left with that 9x. And negative 92 plus 29 should be negative 63. We're going to go ahead and divide then that last step. We always do that. You've done this in your reviews. You know this. Since it's being multiplied by 9, you divide by 9. Our 9s, for the lack of a better term, cancel, but they don't. They become 1. 1 times x is x. Negative 63 divided by 9, negative 7. Again, watch these videos as much as you want. If you've got it, go on to your homework. If you don't have it, continue to watch. Watch as many times as you want to. We have a Zoom time at 9 o'clock. If you want to meet up at 9 and go over it again, that'd be fine. Again, we're looking at just this part right here. This is the part where the 5 is attached to the parentheses. This is the part we're going to distribute. 5 times 7 is 35. Together they have a b. 5 times negative 4, negative 20. Bring everything else that we did not use down. Again, I know that some of you, your handwriting's awful. If you see the B's and you turn them into 6s, make them capital B's. I really don't care. It might be easier for you to see that so you don't mistake it for a 6. Again, we're going to combine like terms, distribute, combine like terms. Here we go. This one has a B, this one has a B. That makes them alike. 35 minus 4, or 35 plus negative 4, is going to be 31b, and I made it a big B, a capital B. We brought down that minus 20. We bring down that negative 237. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 20 to both sides of the equation. Those two are gone. 31. B is left over. We just bring that down. Negative 237 plus 20 is negative 217. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and divide by 31. So negative 217 divided by 31 equals 7. Those two are gone. We're left with B on that side, and our answer is negative 7. Negative 7. All right, number 5. Let's look at that one. Again, if you're good, go ahead, shut off the video, go get to your homework, get that finished. If you're not, keep watching the examples. Watch it as many times as you need to. 7 times 4, 28n. 7 times negative 7, negative 49. And bring everything else down because we didn't use it. Combine like terms, n and n, so those are your like terms. Notice that I take the plus with it. So 24 and 4, or 28 and 4 is 32n. What are we going to bring down? That minus 49, that equals that negative 209 comes down. Here we go. You're going to get rid of what is, so distribute, combine like terms, get rid of what's added or subtracted. Well, there's the n, there's the minus, that 32 is attached, so that's multiplication. So we go after that part. So plus 49. 32, and that is 160, negative 160. And our last step, get rid of what's multiplier divided, that is that 32. We're left with the n, it equals, our line there. So 160 divided by 32 is 5. And in this particular case, it's negative 160, so it's negative 5. And if you guys remember, when I entered my stuff in my calculator, I don't put the negatives in there because I know what it's going to end up being. All right, here's number 6. Again, if you got it, go on, go to your homework. If you don't, pay attention. Here we go. And I look at here, that's the part that is attached to the parentheses. That is my distribute. So 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 2 is 12. It has a B. I'll change it to a big B for you. I know that seems to be a problem sometimes. Probably going to run out of room here. So negative 5. And Remember, there has to be something here between these two, otherwise it's multiplication, so we're just going to plus there. Well, we have like terms. These two do not have AB, so they will go together. So -5 and 18 is 13 plus 12B. We'll bring that down. And the equals and the 85. Well, what do we got to do? We're going to subtract 13 because that's a part here that we have. We know that that's the next part of this. Distribute quantity terms, get rid of what's added or subtracted. There it is, B, and there's plus, there's 13. So subtract 13 from both sides. We're left with 12B equals 62. We will divide by 12. B equals 5. Yep, 30. Dang it, messed up somewhere. Oop. There it is. 72. Now we've got it. That's 6. Yep, we got it. That was it. I did a little subtraction error there. That's good. Everybody makes mistakes. You, me, the man on the moon. Who knows? There you go. All right, last one. The important thing is to make sure you find your mistakes. Look back, find them, see what you're doing. Get it every time. All right, here we go. Last one. So 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. They have an n together, so we want to put an n on that one. Bring down that -7. We're going to have to put a plus there because it's +4. We make sure that we keep those two separated, otherwise it's multiplication. Combine like terms. Well, it's that -7 and that 4, which is -3. Bring down that plus 24n, the equals, and the -195. Get rid of what's added or subtracted. Well, the 24 is attached to that n, so we're going after that 3. Since it's -3, we're going to add 3 to both sides of the equation. Going to be left with that 24n. And we're going to 195 plus 3 is -192. Well, we're going to take that and we're going to divide by 24, both sides of the equation. So we're going to take that 192 and we're going to divide that by 24, and it equals -8. Our 24s on that side are gone. We're left with just the n. So our answer is -8. Well, guys, again, look at the videos as much as you need to. Figure out what you know. Once you get it, go on. If you got 2 devices, go ahead and watch the video while you're doing your other problems. These 4 steps will remain the same. Your numbers will change, but they'll remain the same. And it doesn't matter if this is on that side as well. For some reason, the program only set me up. They could be flip-flopped and you just do the same thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're the other way around. So if you have any questions and you want to see one the other way around, by all means, Zoom with me. We can take a look at that. Any questions you have on your homework, we can do Zoom also and take care of that as well. So get that stuff in, guys. Be safe.